Okay, I am leaving the courthouse. Actually, I'm looking for some food, seeing if they're not open. Okay, so I'm leaving the courthouse here. However, I was asked a question, and it is a common question amongst people who are not victims of gang stalking or being hunted, stalked, and tortured to be killed. Okay, now the question my lawyer asked was, well, how are they trying to kill you? Because, you know, they're not pulling out a gun and shooting at you, or they're not swinging baseball bats at your skull, or they're not, and in most people's perception of killing is not someone inviting you out to go hiking and putting oil on the edge of a cliff and saying, hey, stand here, I want to take your picture, or putting poison in your food, or doing things in untraditional methods that are extremely uncommon and rare and unheard of. Okay, so Kevin, you think, example, Mike Huntley, 2001, World of Paranoia. What the fuck's going on, Mike? World of Paranoia, have a good life now, I've given you enough rope to hang yourself with, we're using the system against you, well, you built it all websites, didn't you? You had better live a careful life, and dropping papers on my desk how to make people mentally ill and kill them, and this and that. Okay. Okay, right? So, okay, so think about that. So you don't have the right. So I'm jumping. I was looking at the guy who's reading the signage on my car, and it's sort of distracting. Okay, so so you don't have the right. Or what was my thought? Okay, so the method of terror, stalking, community harassment groups, gang stalking, cause stalking, whatever you want to call it, stalking. Okay, the method of refusal to leave someone alone until something really bad happens, and refusal at all costs. Okay, so look, you've been lied to. Can you please leave me alone? Okay, look, I understand that your belief system is that I'm a bad guy and I supposedly did all these things, but you don't have a right to get together with worldwide groups and try to torture and kill. Oh, but what is kill? Torture and eradicate, no matter what it takes. No matter what it takes. So when I say eradication, let's define eradication. I'm going to keep provoking you to try to get reactions with my police buddies to say that he's crazy and we got to lock him away. One method. I'm going to keep provoking you with worldwide groups minute by minute until you say, there's no point of living life, because if my life is trying to stop a planet of people from torturing me and ridding me of the world, then what's the point of living life? Boom! Another method. Okay, try to get you to kill yourself. Mike Huntley, World of Paranoia, he's crazy. Or Jennifer Pilchick Perelman, the crazy guy. The crazy guy needs to be locked away. Why am I a crazy guy? Because your husband went out on his road rage activities, telling the world it was me, and so that information can't come out that it wasn't me, it was Jason, and that I have the right to have a good life, especially if it all hinges off Jason Perelman hates Kevin Perelman with Ron Perelman, and he's invested 47 years with my father to hunt me and have me killed or eradicated with an entire planet of people. Okay, so the suicide, trying to get someone to kill themselves, to make it look like depression, make it look like this, make it look like that, make it look... The Kevin suffers from OCD, the Kevin's this, the Kevin's paranoid, the Kevin's this, Kevin's violent, paranoid, schizo. Okay, so the question I was asked is, how are people trying to kill you? Let's define it. Let's take a few moments and define it. Push you to your end. Push you to your end. Okay, now I'm driving around here. Let's just do this. Let's just do this for shits and giggles. So I've been doing this all day and all morning. But push you to your end. So you no longer exist. Your existence out amongst the other human species. Now we're in Van Nuys by Van Nuys Courthouse. I want to note that we are not by my house, and this is worldwide, and I have 29 days of road tripping across the U.S. Okay, so we got 2 reds here, and let's see how bad things are, if they're going to get worse. They usually get worse, especially after the court dates. We have, I believe, possibly 2 reds there, but I'm just sort of, this is going to be difficult doing 2 things at once here. So you're gonna say, well, that's coincidence, Kevin, and I'm gonna say maybe. But I'll drive up Reseda and maybe I'll get 500 2 reds together. Oh, 2 reds together. Okay. Now I've been doing this all the way to the courthouse this morning, like usual, but it's not clicking. It's not sinking in. I'll just note the 2 reds kitty corner. It's not sinking in with a planet that this is wrong. Now, I was just put to me by my lawyer that nobody's talking about Hamas and what's going on in Israel, and nobody's doing anything about it. And I said, what do you mean? Everyone's talking about it. My mother's calling me on the phone. It's common topic. We're sending aid. Okay, everything. There is nothing. We're not looking. Nobody. The United States and people aren't looking the other way with what's going on in Israel, or at the colleges, the college campuses. They're not looking the other way. It's on the news. People are talking about it. There's public opinion. Kevin Perelman's life. World of paranoia. Hey, Mr. CRV here. Do you know who I am? Do you know what's being done to my life? No, man. What's being done to your life, man? I don't know you, man. Buddy. Oh, and don't bring your hint. Don't bring your car into my shop or anyone else's shop, or why we're not going to fix it. I don't know you. World of paranoia. Now, why do people try to make people look like violent paranoid schizos and keep provoking them minute by minute to do what? Get reactions. Why? Well, maybe it's we don't want you here. Here's another sort of possibility. We don't want you here. But guess what? With these pairs of 2s backwards right here, Kevin, you're also not allowed to go to Tacos San Juan or whatever. Okay, so you're not allowed to go to Tacos San Juan. So you're not allowed here in Woodland Hills. But you're not allowed to go to Tacos San Juan here in Van Nuys. But you know what? Okay, I won't go to Tacos San Juan and Van Nuys. I'll go to, because they don't like me, right? These anonymous strangers, I have no clue how they know of me worldwide, which I'm told I'm imagining worldwide. Why would I be told? World of paranoia. Why would I be told? World of paranoia. Why would I be told that it's not going on when it is? World of paranoia. You suffer from, you're a tweaker, have you done crystal meth? He's a schizo, I'm afraid of him, he needs to be locked away. Kevin, are they trying to kill you? I mean, I don't see guns and bullets and tanks launching missiles, and so they're not trying to kill you. But I'm not allowed anywhere worldwide. But they're not trying to kill me. But we also, but we do welcome you into a cage or a mental facility. And guess what? I've been in jail, and you know what happened? The same thing. Cops walking by. Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy. Okay, so wait. So we're in jail. So we're in jail now. We're in jail where nobody's trying to kill me. They're trying to send me to elsewhere. So if you've seen the movie Giver, what is elsewhere? It's a method of killing someone, but dumbing it down to nothing. Well, nobody's trying to kill anyone. They're just sending them to elsewhere. And what is elsewhere? It's I believe it was like a shot in the whatever to kill them, right? Okay, so nobody's trying to kill them. They're just sending them to elsewhere. And what is elsewhere? It's killing them. But we're going to word it differently. We're going to word it politically in a way that we can get away with it. Okay, so Kevin, how are people trying to kill you? Well, it's sort of an all or the above. They just don't want the existence of Kevin Perelman. So we have every human entity since 5 years old. Every human entity, when I'm pointing out the purple clothing groups this morning and all these last 2 weeks, there's one right there. When we have, and that might or might not be, but if I see 10 of them come out here and there and everywhere following me, then yeah, it is. Okay. Every human entity since 5 years old, I don't want you here. Well, where am I allowed to be? Doesn't matter if it's Colorado, it doesn't matter if it's Oregon, Southern Oregon State College. It doesn't matter if it's Universal Studio City. It doesn't matter if it's Nebraska. It doesn't matter if it's Wisconsin. It doesn't matter if it's on an airplane to a different state. It doesn't matter if it's at a car lot. It doesn't matter if it's in car groups. It doesn't matter if it's in pool halls anywhere worldwide. It doesn't matter if it's in coffee shops worldwide. It doesn't matter if it's in what else? Anything. I'm just giving you examples. University of Colorado, Calabasas High, A. Wright Middle School, Woodland Hills, Canoga Park, Chatsworth, Thousand Oaks, Downey, California, you know, I could just Chicago, Illinois, Ohio, New York City. By the way, I do have, not only with policeabuse.com across the U.S., but also 29 days of road trip after buying the Corvette they destroyed, and you're not allowed to buy cars, or go partake in social groups all across the U.S., 4,000 miles or something. Okay. But nobody's trying to kill you. They're just trying to provoke you to death with psychological terror tactics based on idea of reference tactics, mimic tactics, copycat tactics, clothing color tactics, car grouping tactics, all schizophrenia tactics, paranoia tactics, obsessional looping tactics, LAPD trying to plant drugs, trash bags of marijuana in my house in 2001 before marijuana was legal, trying to make me look like a drug dealer. And then when they get you in the cages, whistle, 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 provoke, 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 man, 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 hey, 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 buddy, 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 buddy. But wait, you already got what you wanted, right? I'm in a cage. I'm in a cage because we want to remove him from society, right? I'm in a cage. But they're still provoking minute by minute. Why? Well, what happens to your health? Your health, your human, the things that are most important. Your brain function, your immune system, your ability to think straight before things like get really bad, whether they're trying to push you to the point where you're foaming at the mouth and saying they're not going to stop. Okay. Right? Okay. At what point do you stop? Okay, does this kill you? No, it just hurts, right? It just hurts. It just inflicts pain. But guess what? What if you don't stop doing this? You start brain hemorrhaging, even if it's soft. Okay, if I do this 1,000 times a day for 52 years, what happens? What happens to your health? What happens? Does your skin start to soften and your skull plate do you start developing brain dysfunction because your brain is slamming against, there's not enough fluids? What's wrong with you people? There's not enough fluid. The brain's hitting the side of in the brain fluid. Your brain is smacking against your skull minute by minute, 1,000 times a day, right? Are you going to develop brain dysfunction? Yeah, you are. Okay, you are. So now the more important question here is why? Okay, why? Just ignore it. Okay, Steve Levinson, Dr. Steve Levinson, just ignore it. My family, just ignore it. You know what? You should take medication because you can't control other people. But is that what the cops tell you when someone shows up, start punching you in the head? Or they say that person is being arrested for assault and battery, correct? Because it's damaging. Because it's violent and it's damaging. And the violence, in this case, is police violence and hate towards a 5-year-old Jewish person with my father, okay, and my brother. That's where it starts. And probably my mother, because she doesn't think it's wrong. Okay, so how are people trying to kill you? I mean, and they're doing assault. Let's say it's a dead arm. Let's say I'm not trying to kill you, but guess what? Yeah, I mean, that kind of hurt. I just, you know, I'm not, it's not going to destroy my life here, but I sort of felt that, and I got a dead arm a little, right? Okay, but now imagine that 1,000 times a day or 100,000 times a day for 52 years or 47 years. Is that going to be damaging to your arm? Yeah, it is. Now, can the common human being understand that? Yes, they can. If they're not a child raping, murdering liar. Okay? So, can the police understand that? Can LAPD or the police worldwide understand that? Yes, they can. So why would they not stop it? Why would they come after the victim being hunted to be killed? Stalking. What is stalking? It's obsessed following and hunting and refusal to leave someone alone. And the black and white, the real definition of stalking is hunting to kill. Hunting to kill. Okay, that's the real definition. To hunt and kill. Okay, I'm following you from place to place. I'm not letting you get away from me. You're dead. Okay? It's like if you see a movie or whatever and they let the guy run, say you have 30 minutes to run away from me, but I'm going to follow you from place to place with a gun and shooting at you. Okay, that's the definition of stalking, okay? Following you from place to kill. Now, what is gang stalking? Or community harassment groups, or cause stalking, or whatever you want to find. Gaslighting, mass group, worldwide gaslighting against one person. It's a group of people stalking or waiting to try to get reactions to lock away. Okay? To lock away. Correct? To lock away. No, sorry. I was zoning while looking for a restaurant here to see if it's open. It's worldwide groups following from place to place till they get what they want, which is to kill, hurt, harm, maim, kill, torture, eradicate. Now I just explained that with we'll just note the two reds here by the courthouse. To eradicate is stalking. Okay, now this is a government operation, clearly, because LAPD would not say, Kevin, you're ruining people's lives by saying something about these murder operations or executions. But Kevin, they just want to put you in a jail cell. But what happened in the jail cells? provoke, minute by minute, correct? That's what happened. The same thing is happening out here. Provoke, why? Well, what happens if you start provoking someone to death and mentally they can no longer deal with it? You know, you're going to start developing social facial tics and all sorts of tics. You're going to start trying to chew your face off, right? You're gonna, I can't, they won't. And then they're going to say, well, you know, you could take medication. Now, let's be realistic here. You think medication's really going to fucking do something for something like that? Okay, so they're inflicting horrific, unspeakable, minute-by-minute pain. Horrific? No, nobody's touching you, correct? Nobody's touching you. They're inflicting horrific, unspeakable, unheard of pain, but nobody's touching you. Wow, what is it that out of the hundreds of visits to police stations with proof that not one will do anything, the 5-year-old Jew needs to die. What is it that I'm trying to drive safely here, so okay, so obviously medication isn't gonna do a fuck all of anything, correct? Because there's no medication designed for punching someone in the head minute by minute without touching them, so to speak. So medication is not an option. Jail cells, they still do it over and over with the police officers. Okay? Mike Huntley, World of Paranoia, 2001. What are we trying to do? We're trying to do horrific, unspeakable things to you. That's what we're trying to do, okay? And unspeakable, unheard of, unspeakable, horrific things. Okay, horrific, unspeakable, minute by minute, never ending. Okay, start chewing your face off. You're gonna start losing your brain function. You're gonna start slurring because guess what? Your frontal lobe is not capable of handling, or I don't know much about the brain here, but the frontal lobes and the side lobes are not capable of handling. So what's going to happen eventually? Well, what happens to a boxer who has been hit in the head too many times in a boxing ring and he can no longer speak straight? Okay, what happened? Now let's take out the physical blows and let's leave it for what it is, the physical abuse from provoking. Now every time someone walks by and whistles at you, which in the beginning was somewhere like 10 to 100 per day, but whatever, and that's one of these thousands of tactics. What happens to your mental state? Okay, let's say 100 people walk at you in one day and whistle at you. What happens in your brain? You get aggravated when they keep doing it, right? And the more they do it, the more you get aggravated. And the more you get aggravated, the more sensitive you get. And the more sensitive your brain gets, right? But they won't stop. It's every day. For me, it's every day for 23 years on the more aggressive tactics like that. 23 years, minute by minute. Okay, this guy walks by, starts whistling. Fuck! Right? Your brain goes... It's like a bee sting. It's like a bee sting. Okay, your brain, your nervous system, and your brain go, you know, like a jolt, like a not a physical jolt, but in your brain you're thinking, you're perturbed and you're aggravated, correct? And it's shifting you from thinking about, example, if I'm a painter with a small paintbrush. And okay, the movie. Here you go. The movie Happy Gilmore. Jackass. Now imagine that 100,000 times a day. Okay, in my life, there are literally since 2001, Mike Huntley's death threats, world of paranoia, dropping papers on my desk, how to make people mentally ill and kill them, or better yet, control. I'm controlling you. You know, you dated that fucking girl, I don't approve of it. You live by me, I don't fucking approve of it. I'm controlling you, right? But guess what? My brain no longer works. I'm about to die of severe brain hemorrhaging in the name of control. So Kevin, how are people trying to kill you? Well, you know what? I don't want you by my house. And I don't want you by my house. And I don't want you by... where are we going here? I think I'm going to a Peruvian restaurant. I don't want you at any Peruvian restaurant. I don't want you at any Peruvian restaurant. I don't want you at any Mexican restaurant. I don't want you at any Chinese restaurant. I don't want you at any Italian restaurant. Why not? What's going on? You don't fucking ask questions. Well, you know, listen, you've been lied to. None of what you've been told, I don't fucking care. You do not talk. What are some of the death threats? No relaxing for you, nigger. By the black community. We're gonna kill you, you fucking dirty Jew. Okay? You had better, this is a LAPD dog attacker guy. You had better accept what's going on, or it's going to get a lot worse for you. We're gonna kill you, you better accept it, but we're not really gonna kill you, we're just gonna send you to elsewhere. Because what is elsewhere? Okay, what is elsewhere? Elsewhere is the term, just like the movie The Giver, being used to kill someone or eradicate to send them to nowhere. Well, in reality, what is nowhere? It's heaven or hell, correct? Because if I'm not allowed anywhere on the planet Earth, then I'm only allowed on heaven or hell, correct? Now, San Diego PD, with proof of mass bludgeonings, mental bludgeonings in San Diego about 20 years ago, and audio recorded, people are allowed to kill you if they don't physically touch you. Quote unquote. Okay, so LAPD, remember that LAPD was working with Eric Christensen in 1991, taking me down from Southern Oregon State College, first taking me to strip clubs, I'm supposedly stalking strippers, and with one of his tactics and angles, and then taking me down to his friend Kat and Jennifer, working on some angles with Jason Perelman, cover-ups with Jason Perelman, my brother. And, well, I'm trying to go off and get a fucking education to live my life. And working with San Diego PD and setup and frame job and obsessional looping and schizophrenia. And I didn't know this was going on. This is 1991. I didn't know this was going on till 2001. 2001. Okay, so 2001. Okay, so 2001. I find out something's really wrong. Mike Huntley, what the fuck's going on? I don't say anything specific. World of paranoia, you're a fucking dead man. You better live a careful life. Really, if you take a walk past 6 p.m., we're gonna hunt you and kill you because that's the careful life. It's a justification to kill no matter what. Well, you know, you took a walk past 6 p.m. with a planet helping. So what do? And you go to the police, right? And the police say, hey man, we're not gonna help you, man. We're going to kill you, man. Oh, but they're not going to say it that way. They're going to say, sounds like you suffer from... Okay, right? Sounds like you suffer from... But we want to lock you away, but when we lock you away, we don't want to stop. Right? Because locking you away, as they've proven, is not good enough. Because when I was in the jail, inmate after inmate after inmate, police officer after police officer after police officer. But we're trying to cure mental illness. No, they're trying to kill. So I'm going to go grab some food, but let's sum this up. There is no public place worldwide I'm allowed at since 5 years old. Lame excuses. It's because you Jews have dirty armpits. Like, you Jews have smelly armpits. Okay, things that you're going to be like, huh? Now, it is coming down to more aggressively to things like, he started at 12 or 13 pulling his eyebrows. Okay. So let's do the math. But they already had it out for me since 5 years old. So it wouldn't have mattered. Correct? So what is the Kevin, how are they trying to kill you? Well, the human body was not built to endure severe, endless pain on any level. Whether it's physical, whether every 10 minutes, and you're like, okay, that's aggravating. That's a jolt to the brain, kind of like a bee sting. Okay, next person, man, next person, man, next person, man, then it'll shift. Alrighty, 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 alrighty. Then the clothing colors, then the car tactics, then this, then that. There is no human being. There is no human being that I've really associated with since 5 years old that hasn't been involved, and things get really bad in 2001 with the schizophrenia tactics. Okay, so when I walk in here to get some food, they'll probably be mimicking either something they're streaming off my cell phone, or based on my private dialogues, or copycat jokes from my social networks, mimicking them over. But if I say, how do you know of me? I don't know you. The Brian Longbotham spy game tactic. To do what? Make someone look like a violent, paranoid schizo. But why? Well, they're not trying to kill you because you're still breathing. Well, they just didn't get they just haven't gotten what they wanted yet. They're still hunting with a planetary fucking murder operation. So, on a priority scale, what's most important? Stopping the murderers. Oh, well, Kevin, you just see everyone's life's in danger, right? Well, that's interesting, because that's by design. Okay, that's the setup. That's the, well, Kevin just said, so that's the setup. Okay, my life's in danger. That is why they wanted to get me to that point at 29, finding out, because they already had their methods of extermination planned since 5 years old. Okay, but like I said, they got me in a cage and it wasn't good enough. Correct? Okay, so are people doing anything about these colleges and Hamas? Or what's going on in Israel? Sorry. Yeah, they are. People are. There's news. The news is on it all day and night. The news is on it all day and night. Troops are being sent in. Police are going to colleges to make sure everything's peaceful. Is anything being done for Kevin? No. Just a world of paranoia. You're a dead man. Is there even an admission to the situation? No. Let's talk. If I walk up to this guy parking here and say, do you know of me, and can you tell me what's going on? I don't know you, man. Paranoid schizophrenia campaign. But I'm neutral, man. Yeah, and that's like the guy throwing rocks at you. I'm neutral. You're imagining me throwing rocks at you. So we come back to this question. How you're still breathing. Okay. Can I tie you down? Can I tie you to a chair and You know what? I'm not doing anything wrong because you're still breathing. See, Kevin's still breathing. Yeah, but eventually he's going to stop breathing because nobody is stopping the murder operations. Conspiracy to commit murder. But 1,000 whistles per day isn't the same as punching someone in the head. Every day of your life till you die. It's been going on for 47 years. You're still breathing, so nobody's trying to kill you. See? You're still breathing. Okay, for how long? For how long? Hey, LAPD, can you stop this guy from punching me in the head? Can you stop this 100,000 people per hour, per day, worldwide, from punching me in the head? All you have to do is say it's going on and put a stop to it. No, we won't. You don't fucking talk or we kill you. You don't talk or we try to lock you in jail or mental facilities. You're still breathing, so nobody's trying to kill you. We would come out to any other call except yours since 5 years old. Okay, but why? What's going on? Nothing, you're imagining it. You know what you did. Your past caught up with you. Have a good life now. You better accept what's going on. It's going to get a lot worse for you. No relaxing for you, nigger, from the black community. We're going to kill you dirty fucking Jews because you kissed one of our black sisters when you were 8. Who fucking cares? Normally, nobody would care. Well, you're a public nuisance because you have something to say about this. Because it's not going on. Yet, we all know it is. But we can't accept that Kevin's kind has the right to breathe, whatever that even means. Right? Okay? So I'm going to write a few notes here and get some food and relax, despite the no relaxing for you nigger worldwide operations until you keel over and die. But it's not about hurting you. It's not about torturing and inflicting pain. But guess what? You can take medication. You could take, hey, shit, take 500,000 Seroquels with another 500,000 risperidones per hour so that you don't overdose and die and have a good life. But why am I just not allowed to go out and live my life? It's got to be about something. Well, you know, Jews have dirty armpits and armpits smell. Like, what? Huh? Like, did I miss something? Okay, so, but if you pay us a lot of money, maybe we'll stop. Okay, but let's be realistic. It's not about money. It's a worldwide gaslighting, Jew kill conspiracy. Okay, because this has been going on since 5 years old. And enough's enough. I'm 52 years old. I've walked around with a camera video recording minute by minute and narrating into a camera for, let's say, 15 years, but it's been going on for 23 years since Mike Huntley's death threats. And if you don't think someone dropping a paper on your desk how to make someone mentally ill and kill them or control them by killing them with mental illness tactics is wrong, with worldwide groups actually doing it, you gotta be fucking nuts. Okay. Now, you don't think these people, when they joke around with me, know what they're doing? Okay, so, so that being said, I'm going to write some notes because I want to convey the reality, but we all know the reality. That's the problem. We all know what's really going on. So that's the reality. But I'm going to explain it like you're a fucking 5-year-old who can't comprehend right from wrong or up from down or left from right, because that's what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with 90-year-old 5-year-olds. I'm dealing with fucking 10-year-old 5-year-olds. And the only message I've gotten, finding out in 2001, was we're going to kill you with a plan of people. You don't talk or we kill you. Okay, now before I turn this off, well, Kevin, maybe they don't want to kill you. Well, are you trying to say they want to help me by torturing me and killing me? There is no possible reason, even if they try to use the lame-ass manic depressive bullshit. There is no possible reason that someone would be doing this minute by minute to torture and kill someone. We're trying to help you. I want you to have a good life. I want you to have a normal life. I want you to go out and meet women and get married and have kids and procreate and start companies and build legacies and provide jobs for people below you. I want you to levitate above this and do really great things. Okay, right? Okay, if someone's that psychotic, if someone's that psychotic of a murderer, and my family are, they need to be put in fucking cages. Not the victim being hunted by their planetary murder operations. With, we're gonna kill you and you don't talk or we kill you. Okay, now I'm gonna get some food. Oh, but it's Peruvian food, so now I'm committing another crime where I need to be hunted and killed. Okay, right? You get it? So, okay, so I had, uh-oh, shit, spilled a little soup. Okay, so I had a moment there to relax, little chupate camarones. Okay, so I had a moment to relax. And a good amount of specifics came into my brain that I jotted down to talk about here. Now that's interesting. That's an interesting... Let's make the connection here. The worldwide no relaxing for you nigger death threats and campaign to execute me. Why would someone not want me relaxing? What might happen if I relax? Like jotting down a few notes about what's been done in my life. Why would isn't the reason no relaxing for you nigger to stop me from formulating direct thoughts about something I have to say that's been done to my life or is still going on that someone doesn't want me talking about? You're a snitch, you're dead. Isn't some of those death threats, you're a snitch, you're dead? With the dog attacker working with LAPD, you're a snitch, you're dead. Okay, we're hunting you. You better accept what's going on or it's going to get a lot worse for you. We're hunting you to kill you or eradicate you or rid you of the world. You better accept what's going on. You're a snitch, you're dead. You're a snitch, you're dead. Now, no relaxing for you nigger. I might have something to say about that. I might have something to say about the situation as a whole across the last 47 years and still going on minute by minute, right? But if I can't formulate my thoughts due to brain damage, but we're not trying to hurt you, it's just for the psychology community, right? Okay, so no relaxing for you nigger is one of the death threats from trying to leave my house and go to public places and live my life. Okay, right? No matter where it is worldwide. That's the point. No matter where it is worldwide. Okay, so I wrote down my notes and I found a really good, like, first link that came up. Torture list, which is a little disturbing, but methods of torture. So I'm going to get to that and I'm going to post the link and I'm going to do some screenshots. And I'm probably gonna have to pull the side of the road. It's fucking obnoxiously long. Because we all live in a perfect world and nobody ever gets hurt, right? Nothing's ever done to anyone. We all live in a perfect world. Okay, so, let's check my battery power here. Okay, so what are my notes? What are my notes here? Well, I relaxed a little. There was minimal harassments in the restaurant today. Let's see. Okay, so conspiracy to commit murder explained. That's what I'm going to title this. Conspiracy to commit murder explained. Because nobody's doing anything to hurt me. It's just about forcing you to be a perfect robot and not ever say anything bad about anyone. Because you might have something to say about your oppressors that won't tolerate imperfection, like Adolf Hitler, right? Boom. Okay, up against the wall. Boom. You dirty Jews have hook noses. Boom. Okay, I told you that you have to be a perfect person and not have a hook nose or whatever the fuck, right? Okay, so conspiracy to commit murder, explain. Okay, paranoid schizophrenia tactics are not healthy for people. That's what I put. Paranoid, try to make someone look like a violent paranoid schizo, if you want to word it this way. Susan Donner, 2001, they think you're schizo. What's going on? You don't fucking talk or we kill you. Okay, so trying to turn people into paranoid schizophrenia, trying to turn people into paranoid schizophrenics, violent paranoid schizophrenics, or make people think that way or torture people with these tactics are not conducive to your health, correct? Because why? Because it goes against the way the normal human brain is supposed to think, correct? Now, Dr. Ronald Barry Perelman, psychotic murderer Dr. Ronald Barry Perelman, states that you don't know the way the world works and you think differently. What he's trying to do is cover up what he's doing with those worldwide murder operations, okay? But they're not to kill you because how is this to kill you? Oh, well, I'm waiting, what's it about? Why inflict severe, endless, never-ending pain on someone and try to make them look crazy? What's the reason? Is it fair to say that no matter what the reason is, it's a method of execution or eradication? There cannot be a positive, I'm doing it for you, because you think differently. Okay, well, why are you telling me how I think? Who the fuck are you to tell me how I think? Okay, I mean, isn't that the first thing you're gonna ask yourself? Like who are you? Who are you to tell me who I am and what my belief system is and how my thought process? Who are you to tell me or you to tell anyone else? Okay, you can focus on yourself. That's great. You want to focus on yourself and be a good person or even be a piece of shit, which I'm not going to condone here, but then that's fine, right? That's your business. But you wanna follow people around and go, you think differently with my father, and I have the right to kill you. And the only response out of me is, who the fuck are you? I don't even fucking know who you are, right? I have no fucking clue who you are. But you're coming into my life, well, even if it's my father or my mother from fucking Canada or Arnold Silber or my father, my psychotic murdering father I disowned like 10, 15 years ago, or my brother with Jennifer Pilchick Perelman and now running against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, gotta wipe Kevin off the fucking planet, right? Because of what they did, and it's in my brain, okay? Okay, they're coming in my life, they're sending people after me, they're paying people to befriend me, to exterminate, have me killed or eradicated, or all the above. Well, that's a violation. Okay, that's a violation. And by the way, if you want to talk about mentally raping someone, okay, I don't approve of people running around trying to torture and kill me with mental illness tactics, or the Brian Longbotham spy game tactics, violating privacy to try to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo. That is the same as rape. It's called mental rape, okay? They're doing things in a spooky, unheard of, psychotic method, and they won't stop, and when you try to say what's going on, they go, you're imagining it, you don't fucking talk or we kill you. Okay, you don't talk or we fucking kill you, or we're going... or some of those death threats, or you better accept what's going on or it's going to get a lot worse for you. Okay, well, the human brain doesn't like 500 people a day walking by and whistling at you, or walking by humming when they walk by, or every person you see calling you man, or every person you see saying hey, or every person you see saying, mimicking the same things over and over and over, and then you going, what's going on? You're imagining it, world of paranoia, you're a fucking dead man and you don't talk and we kill you, or we ramp up the attacks, the mental bludgeonings that go against what? Human health, the way the brain works. Doing what? Inflicting pain. Inflicting pain. Why would my father, with worldwide groups, LAPD, the police, be inflicting pain, starting on a 5-year-old who finds out at 29, and then come the you had better live a careful life? Now remember, this is the father that put shock collars on dogs. He might as well just whip people. With the black community that he has hunting me to kill me since 5 years old, right? Or for kissing, 8 years old, for kissing a black girl. To whip me to death. Okay, so conspiracy to commit murder. So paranoid schizophrenia tactics are not healthy. They inflict pain, kind of like little bee stings all day. Isn't a little bee sting harmless? Isn't a bee sting harmless? But what if I could unleash bees on you to sting you 1,000 times a day? And the only thing the bee is saying is you don't fucking talk, or I'm going to sting you more. What's the method the bee is stinging? Why are 1,000 bees conspiring to sting someone 1,000 times a day in the first place? Because they have a voice? Hey, bee, stop stinging me. Well, we're going to sting you more. Because they have a voice? The bee has a voice to say, oh, you're making me sting you to death? You're making us sting you to death because you have something to say about us stinging you to death? Now, one little bee sting is harmless, right? Unless someone's allergic. Correct? One little bee sting is harmless. But 1,000 a day or an hour or 1 billion per day or however you want to word it is not harmless. And with conspiring intent to do what? Okay. Oh, motherfucker. Shit. Okay, so I fill up an SD card there. So the bee analogy. Okay, so if there's 1,000 conspiring bees per hour stinging you to death, and you say, look, you've been lied to, stop doing this, and they say you better accept what's going on, or it's gonna get a lot worse for you with LAPD, or you're a snitch, you're dead, or whatever. The cards are not making the bees sting you more. They're already doing it. And you're saying, fucking leave me alone. And they're saying, no. Just like Terrence Scroggins. You're not allowed to leave your house. You're not allowed to take walks. Terrence, leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to take a walk. Nope. I got my police buddies. We're going to rid you of the world for taking a walk. Okay. Why would I not be allowed to take walks? Because we don't like you, but we're going to make up lame cover-up excuses and lies because you're kind or he wants to steal the property. Okay. So paranoid schizophrenia are not tactics are not healthy. Paranoid schizophrenia tactics are not healthy for people. It goes against, it inflicts continual pain. So why would my father be running around and do these things to my child? Kevin, you think differently. And me finding out at 29, Mike Huntley, world of paranoia, you're a dead man. Well, Kevin, how are they trying to kill you? That's the topic here, right? Conspiracy to commit murder explained. And it's a scary topic because what the psychology community and my family are trying to do is say nothing's going on. We need to get you help. And my last thing I posted, I believe, it said, what possible reason would you try to deteriorate someone's mental health to make them look crazy to help them? There's no possible reason. There can't be a fucking reason. Okay. So, other than pure hate and rage and killing, torturing and killing or eradicating, there's no possible fucking reason why I was sitting in my office of my business, Signet E-Services, in 2001, coming out of college, working for visual effects firms, world of paranoia, we're hunting you to kill you. But it's not to kill you. It's just for control. Because you went out and you took a walk past dark at 6 p.m. Not that it matters what time you take a fucking walk. You ate bacon. I told you you're not allowed to eat bacon. Okay, right? So I'm going to put a shock collar on you. I'm going to keep hitting the button every 10 seconds until you do what? Okay, right? But it's for you. The little pulsing electricity minute by minute, all day and night for 47 years, or exponentially growing with worldwide groups. I'm shocking you to death for you every fucking minute. Bzz, 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 bzz. I'm shocking you every minute. Bzz, bzz, bzz. It's for you, so you can have a good life. A good life. Why don't you go shock yourself? Oh, I would never fucking do that. It hurts. Okay. The reason to continually create brain damage is for the purpose of what? I'm trying to create brain damage for the purpose of what? Because I want you to have a good life. I want you to go out, meet someone special and procreate and have a family and make money and provide jobs on your company for to create jobs for people in the U.S. to stimulate the economy. That's why I'm punching you in the back of the head, the back of the head, or the John Paul Naranjo paid off to punch me in the head 100 million times with the Starbucks employees. Because a Jew bought a coffee and sat down, but his kind's not allowed there, met with every fucking worldwide lie, and when they make up these lies, they instantly go worldwide. What's that? Why would people be allowed to make up lies about me every day of my life and instantly go worldwide on a propaganda system? What's that about? With the defamation and the slander and no way to address what's going on? What was it? My father's statement with Mike Huntley as well? You're not allowed to defend yourself. You're not allowed to defend yourself. I'm going to hunt you and kill you. You're not allowed to defend yourself. But I'm not hunting you to kill you. I'm just punching you in the head minute by minute, creating brain damage and trying to torture you into elsewhere. Into elsewhere. Trying to torture you into elsewhere, but I'm not trying to kill you. That sounds like the same fucking thing to me. Or maybe, hey, he just wants to cripple me. He just wants to hobble me and cripple me and keep breaking my leg over and over so I can't leave the nest. Okay? Well, guess what? We can think in a black and white world. Nobody's trying to kill you. You're still breathing. Or we can think in a realistic gray world that it's not about breathing or not breathing. It's about the areas in between, and constantly punching someone in the back of the head or shocking someone, whether they're still breathing or not. It's not the question of whether or not I'm still breathing. It's the question that I'm actively being hunted and stalked by a planet of child raping murderers. Okay, right? Minute by minute. And you can't sit there and go, well, you're still breathing, so we're not going to stop bashing your skull in and inflicting pain and trying to create mental illness and mental bludgeonings to torture you almost to death but keep you alive. To keep torturing you but not kill you. Keep you alive while we torture you to death. Keep you alive. Well, you know what, Kevin, you have an amazing amount of self-control and willpower and strength, so that means we get to torture you more until we get what we want. And you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy, Kevin, because you're still fucking breathing. Because you're not dead, so therefore they're allowed to keep bashing your fucking skull in with their worldwide no relaxing for you nigger campaign, because a Jew kissed a black girl at 8 years old, which is really about something more complex, correct? Okay, I hate doing this on this camera because I have to keep seeing if it's recording. Okay, so Brian Longbottom's spy game tactic. Well, that's sort of a reinforcement of the ongoing 50-year, 47-year Kill Kevin operations. Correct? Kevin, I want to hire you at Universal Studios to work on Hollyweird and Spy Game, 2 pilots. Hollyweird was from Wes Craven production, but however, there was a lot more going on that I didn't realize. And Brian Longbottom trying to frame me with Wes Craven, saying, can you splice in O.J. Simpson fleeing the scene for Wes Craven or whatever? Me going, okay, he's the boss, this is what he wants. And then, hey world, look what Kevin's doing, he's fucking with people. And then me finding out like 20 years later and trying to address the issue, and you don't talk or we kill you. Okay, so, but once again, why is these trivial little things being disseminated worldwide with these worldwide privacy violations and one-sided arguments to a planet in secret on propaganda systems built around me starting at a very young age? So that's why every person I meet starts blasting, I did this and I did that and I did this and I did the other thing and I did this. Okay, right? All right, so but the spy game tactics of Brian is the way to try to make it look like I conform to media while they work on me with these mental illness tactics. So, here's an example. Let's say I go to Subway and they say, all the veggies. And then I decide the next day to go to Jersey Mike's and they say all the veggies, which would be a Subway thing, they used to. And then I go to this sub shop, Dan Super Subs, and he says all the veggies. That's the Brian Longbottom spy game tactic, which, remember, there's thousands and thousands of these things done by worldwide strangers, which I realized were going on at 29, Mike Huntley, World of Paranoia. To do what? What's the reasoning? We're just jokingly fucking with you till you keel over and die, but our intention isn't to make you keel over and die, even though the sicker and sicker we make you, and you say enough's enough, and I don't want you mentally raping me, enough's enough, I don't get it, and I didn't get it from day one, I still don't get it, enough's enough, no, you better learn to accept what's going on, or it's gonna get a lot worse for you, and no relaxing for you, nigger. Death threats. But they're not death threats because I'm still breathing. Or are they? It's just a whole different way of doing things, correct? It's just a whole different method of killing. And ironically, where did these methods come from? Adolf Hitler himself and his next generation, what he wanted to do for his next type of warfare. Now, Kevin, why do you know that? Because I know how the sicko Jew killers hunting me think. I know that because after 10 years of being hunted by worldwide groups and trying to figure out what's going on, I started doing the research and typing in things like stalking and gang stalking and group stalking and starting to understand what was going on, where these tactics originated from, while realizing that I've been hunted since 5 years old to be killed, okay, by the government. Because, well, how do you know that? Because LAPD does not think it's wrong and they take part. LAPD takes part, does not think it's wrong, and keeps throwing me in jail for saying, someone please fucking say something and do something about these worldwide murder operations. And the very basic thing that anyone can do is admit they're going on to put a stop to it. Admit an admission that the situation is happening. The world of paranoia, torture and kill a 5-year-old Jew for 47 years is going on. And what possible reason would LAPD or anyone else or any police department or government agency or person not want the truth coming out and to stop a Planet of Child raping Jew killers hunt and kill a 5-year-old Jew? But the argument here in this excerpt is, how are they trying to kill you? Well, and my argument against it is, what possible reason would a planetary conspiracy to gaslight someone to, why are they doing it? If they do not have something to hide, then they have an argument thrown on the table, and it has nothing to do with Kevin's a public nuisance. Okay? We start from the beginning, why I made it to 29 years old with a world of paranoia, and the fucking Jew needs to fucking die since 5 years old. Then I was finding out at 29, you had better live a careful life, have a good life now, and 100,000 other death threats that are being followed through and have always been going on since I was 5 years old. Okay, so Brian Longbottom, spy game. How do you get away from a worldwide no relaxing for you nigger campaign? How do you get away? Okay, as I explained in the beginning of this video, hey, today I feel like going to Pierce College and playing soccer here on the grass. World paranoia, you're not allowed here and we're going to torture you and kill you. An hour from now, I'm going to go over here to PetSmart and I'm going to buy some cat food. Nope, world of paranoia, you're not allowed here, and we're going to work with Allied Universal Security to hunt you, to have you killed for trying to buy some cat food. I'm going to, there's horses over here, tomorrow I'm going to go horseback riding. Nope, you're not allowed here. World of paranoia, we're going to throw mental rocks at your head. You're not allowed here. World of paranoia. You know what, maybe I'll move. Maybe I'll move over here. Right over here. Nope, you're not allowed here because world of paranoia, and if we see you, we're going to provoke you minute by minute and harass you with these minute by minute terror, torture, and kill tactics, correct? Correct? Okay, wait. This happens at every single place worldwide. Kill the fucking Jew, no matter what it takes. Kill the fucking Jew. No, but they're not doing it to kill me, that's right. They're doing it because Because I have something to say about it? Because I have a counter argument to the worldwide lies? That's why they're doing it? Well, you know, I'm 18 and I wasn't even around when, but you're still doing it. But you're still taking part with the mental illness tactics. And how do you have the mental illness tactics, okay, to do it? I don't care if you're fucking 10 years old. I don't care if you're 18. I don't care if you're 90. You have the mental illness tactics that have been going on for 47 years, correct? What is the reason? Instead of you saying, oh, Kevin, you're still breathing, nobody's trying to kill you. What is the reason they're doing it with these worldwide groups? Minute by minute. All day, night, 24/7, 47 years. Literally 1 billion attacks per day for no reason. There were 1 billion attacks per day in 2001 before any website existed. 10 years before any website existed and any business card existed. In 2001, 10 years prior, World of Paranoia. Whistle, 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 bro, 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 man, 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 this, that, actors from Hollywood, Yakov Smirnoff in bars, lashing out in anger and rage. How would Yakov Smirnoff in 2001 know of Kevin Perelman? Well, I'm walking down to a bar trying to figure out, in Woodland Hills, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. How would Yakov Smirnoff know who I am while provoking me? And the other, what's that black actor that died from The Green Mile, the really big guy? I don't remember his name. Okay, he sees me go into Canoga Camera, starts whistling at me when I'm looking at cameras to buy. How would they know of me? World of Paranoia. So the card, this is 10 years prior to this card existing with minute by minute worldwide attacks. 2001. Kill the fucking Jew at all costs. With every person on the planet. But it's not about killing. It's about torturing. Torturing but not killing. Inflicting horrific pain to cure mental illness. That's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard. Okay. Okay, so what is the reason? What is the reason? Wait, okay. What is the reason there's a plan of people working on me with mental illness tactics, if not to hurt, harm, maim, torture, and kill? What's the reason? Is it fair to say it's wrong no matter what the reason is? To try to make people look like violent paranoid schizos, and no matter what reason I want to come up with, is it fair to say, at what point are you allowed to kill people? At what point are you allowed... Okay, look. Okay, look. Is that harmful? Is that harmful? Am I allowed to do that to you 1,000 times a day, every day of your life for 47 years? Look, I'm not dying. I'm not dying. I'm still alive. I mean, look at the willpower. Look at the strength. But you're still alive, so I'm not going to stop. Right? I'm not trying to kill you. And you're still breathing. And we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop because you're still breathing. We're not going to stop because you're still breathing, so we're not trying to kill you. We're not going to stop because we're not trying to kill you. We're doing it to cure mental illness. We're curing mental illness, aren't we? We're curing mental illness. Are we curing mental illness here? We're curing mental illness. So says the psychology community and police and LAPD. We're curing mental illness because I want you to have a good life. I want you to have a good life, and we're not going to stop because you're still breathing. So we're not trying to kill you because we're trying to cure mental illness. And by the way, you better live a careful life. Have a good life now. And you better not tell anyone or it'll get a lot worse for you. Or it'll get a lot worse for you. With all my neighbors and the government and worldwide conspiracies, teachers in elementary school, A. Wright Middle School, Calabasas High, Southern Oregon State College, Southern Oregon State College, University of Colorado, Modern Video Film, Universal Studios, Mike Huntley, Signet E-Services, every neighbor I've ever met, every human being I've ever met since 5 years old. We're not doing anything wrong because you're still breathing! Oh. And you don't fucking talk or we kill you! Okay, right? You get it? So, because I'm still breathing, nobody's done anything wrong. I have to die first, and that's when LAPD will stop them. And that's when everyone will start helping me. After I'm dead. After I'm dead. Alright? Okay, so my lawyer's asking, Kevin, how are people trying to kill you? You're still breathing. People at George Floyd rallies couldn't understand that killing is wrong. They only gave a shit that George Floyd was already dead. But if they could have stopped LAPD from killing George Floyd, they would not stop LAPD from killing George Floyd. They're only mad after he's dead. I'm sorry, does that sound like a good fucking person to you? I'm out here drinking beers with my friends, supporting the cause against what was done to George Floyd, but I would have let the cops kill him. So we're those people, and I'm not generalizing. But if you can't understand that killing is wrong, then why are you at a George Floyd rally to stop corrupt police officers? If you can't understand that the corruption is wrong, it's almost like the majority were there for one giant party, okay? Now you got a guy standing in front of these people who's actively being hunted by the police to be killed. No, you're not! And they can't understand. At least the black skater and the Hispanic guy that attacked me with him that was working with Long Beach Police, Long Beach PD, couldn't understand. Okay, right? But still, we got a planet of people that can't understand that killing is wrong. They only care after the guy's dead. So, oh, cop, go ahead, kill him. But then I'm going to stand out here and be like, hey, they killed him. But you let him kill him. And you're letting them kill other people. And after the guy's dead, then you'd be like, oh, hey, maybe we should have stopped it. Maybe we should have. I would have helped you, Kev, but, I didn't think that bashing people's skulls in is wrong. Okay, right? Okay, you got it? Okay, so, how do you get away with Brian Longbottom's spy game tactic? How do you get away with worldwide... Wait, jeez. Oh, I already did that. How do you get away? How does one get away from a worldwide no relaxing few nigger campaign, or you don't have the right to a worldwide mental illness campaign? Okay, a worldwide. How do you get away from it? Okay, you're not allowed here. You're not allowed there. You're not at any coffee shop worldwide. You're not allowed at any college worldwide. You're not allowed at any restaurant. This is still going on minute by minute. And what is the motive? There's got to be a motive. There's. Okay, how do you get away? Well, Kevin, it's your fault because you didn't walk away. Wait, there's a worldwide murder operation to kill you or eradicate you. It's your fault because you didn't walk away. Maybe we should discuss, of this thing that everyone is refusing to not talk about. Or refusing to talk about. Refusal to admit it's going on, refusal to talk about. How do you get away from it? World of paranoia. World of paranoia. You have a good life now. You had better live a careful life. If you blink wrong, if you go to a park for more than 5 minutes or a coffee shop for more than 5 minutes, how do you get away from it? What is the motive? What are they trying to do? Send you to elsewhere but not hurt you? Well, elsewhere is a form of killing people without. From the movie The Giver, elsewhere is a form of killing people without admitting to the motive, correct? So we can kill people if we call it elsewhere, but we can't kill people because killing's wrong. Killing is wrong, so we can't say the word killing. We can only say we're going to send you to elsewhere, and we're not doing anything wrong. Okay, so okay, how do you get away? Okay, so I gotta pull aside here. Why am I not allowed to tell anyone worldwide and be met with death threats from almost every single human entity on the planet Earth? And these death threats vary from methods of directness. However, I guess the topic here is, Kevin, why do you think... Oh, two reds over here together. Kevin, why do you think... that these people are trying to kill you? Okay, I think that's the topic, right? So and all these dialogues are sort of the same, right? Because this isn't that complex here. Okay, what was my sentence? Why am I not allowed to tell anyone? I mean, okay, listen, if I'm sitting around and someone shows up and they say, we don't like your kind, and they start throwing rocks at me, literally, and I call the cops will not come out. Yeah, that's the first thing I want to say here, that this is not only based on stealthy Jew kill operations, but also direct things. Okay, direct things. But also the minute by minute worldwide without physically touching. What possible reason would I not allowed to be able to go to any police station worldwide or contact any government agency worldwide what possible reason? Because Jews are evil people and need to be killed? But we're not talking about killing. They just need to be crippled with mental illness tactics or in methods that keep them breathing while being tortured and killed, okay? Well, I have a list here. I'm going to get to it in a second. I'm going to grab something to drink. And met with death threats. Why am I not allowed to tell anyone worldwide? And met with death threats. Or people working crazy jokes when they know this is That's a little... People working crazy jokes. So why would I... And then the jokes. Okay, and by almost every police officer, too. So the police officer is taking part in the provokings and the jokes, and then you're imagining it, you're too sensitive. But why would I not be allowed to tell anyone? Okay, so that's the question. What's going on that I make it to the age 29? World paranoia. You better live a careful life. We're going to shock you to death every minute of your life. I think that because you sighed, I think that was a death threat. You blinked wrong, I think that was a death threat. I think you might have cheated on a test, that's your death threat. I think that all Jason Perelman's things you've done. I think that everything Jason Perelman and friends have done, that's you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm not trying to kill you, I'm just trying to make you extremely uncomfortable until your breathing stops. Oh. It's to cure mental illness! Right? Oh. But you also had an opinion! Okay, right? Okay. So the crazy jokes is also a form of torture and humiliation as well, because look, this needs to stop, and oh, are you a tweaker? Are you in meth? We gotta put you in rehab. Okay, you know, like we had some guy hinting about shrooms yesterday, and he was clearly getting that information because he knew that I took some shrooms with my friends in college, or things that don't fucking matter, right? But he's trying to scare me. Okay, so everyone's told that when something's done you or is going on, you're supposed to tell people, right? Especially the police. But the police, my entire life, refuse to say what's going on. As I find out what's going on, I didn't instantly go to the police because I didn't want to sound like a crazy man. Instead, I called private investigators working, as I explained, with Tim Thompson and his private investigator, worldwide private investigator portal, working with them to hunt me, to have me killed. Oh, but the question here is, what are they really trying to accomplish? What are they really trying to accomplish by not doing anything wrong because you're still breathing? And remember, this is still going on minute by minute. With worldwide murder operations, okay? There's no possible... Once again, if someone wants to tell me their view of why they're trying to torture and kill me that isn't torturing and killing, example, let's change the wording. Why are you bashing my skull in with mental illness tactics minute by minute, all day and night, wherever I go worldwide? What's the reason? Okay, you can't... Let's take out the second half and admit the truth. This is going on. Bro, man, hey. Alrighty. No relaxing for you, nigger. You better accept what's going on or it's gonna get a lot worse for you. World of paranoia. You'd better live a careful life. Jason Perelman, 1988. Me and my friends are gonna put you in a mental institution. What is the reasoning, which they don't want to admit to, minute by minute, literally billions of people per day directed at me, finding out 2001, is we're not trying to kill you. Is this a crime? Am I allowed to do this to you? Every minute of every day until and, as I explained in the beginning of this video, in jail cells, and I'm sure in mental facilities as well, right? Police officers in jail cells, other people in jail cells, all the inmates in jail cells. Okay, we removed you from society, correct? We removed you from society. You're in jail, like happened in 2017. You're in jail. What's the reason? You're in jail now. They finally got you off the streets. They got what they wanted. You're in a jail cell. You're in a jail cell. I'm not giving you the reason. You give me the reason. But before you give me that reason, is that acceptable? Is it okay to do that to someone, and why would you do it minute by minute for 47 years and 2001, upwards of 1 billion attacks per day? What possible reason would you be attacking someone without physically touching them? That officer, it was like NIGER or something on his name tag, in 2004 states to me that people are allowed to kill you if they don't touch you, as I believe I explained earlier on this video an hour ago. What is the possible reason? Okay. Because it's not about killing. To when I talk to these people, it's not about killing. So what is the reason that they're allowed, minute by minute, all day and night, 24/7, with alrighty, whistle, hey, man, copycat this, copycat that, copy, mimic, you know what you did, you think differently, what's going on? If you're not allowed to ask those questions, or we'll kill you, or we'll torture you, but we won't kill you. Torture but won't kill. So then let me understand this. You want to keep me alive. You want to keep me alive to endure. You don't want me dead. You don't want me dead. You want to keep me alive to endure the minute by minute pain that has been going on for 47 years. And they want to keep me alive until I finally keel over. No, because it's not about killing. They want to keep me alive until I die at 100, dealing with this minute by minute. And Kevin, if you talk like that, then we want to put you on medication, because this isn't healthy for you. Medication for what? For what? There's no mental illness. Maybe a little lack of hair, which I've grown back. Okay, so, by the way, we're driving by the police station. So let's do a quick documentation here of some of the mental illness tactics, some of the, in front of me, and in front of the police station, which they say is not happening with their worldwide buddies here to kill me. Okay, I mean to just keep me alive but be in pain. Okay, so 2 whites. We're actually got to start this way. 2 whites. 2 whites here. Yeah, this is the 2 whites tactic. 2 whites here. And there's a lot more than just 2 whites. 2 Jeep Cherokees here. 2 Jeep Cherokees here. Okay, they're a little spread. They're trying to get together, but a little spread. I'm gonna let this guy pass. Okay, so we're by Topanga Division here. I want this to... Okay, so let's go a little slower here. So red Jeep Lapland over here. Black Jeep Cherokee over here. 2 Jeeps. 2 whites. I don't know if this counts. Let's all say okay, 2 whites over here. 2 whites. 3 whites over here. And ironically, another 2 white Jeep Cherokees. 2 white Jeeps. Actually, the numbers are extremely high today, which is interesting because I'm coming back from court. 2 or 3 whites here. 2 whites here. Now remember that some are and some aren't, because, and also remember that I have 15 years of video and the last 5 years are narrated. 2 pickup trucks there. I'm trying to... 2 whites there. I believe 2 reds here. Oh, coincidences versus intentional coincidences. That's the, not everything is a coincidence. Some things are actual coincidences, and then 70% are intentional coincidences to look like normal coincidences. To do what? To make someone look crazy. Okay, I think 2 or 3 whites here. No, one's a gray, never mind. And it usually gets aggressive right around here, but I can't, it's not. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to topic here. That is across the street. Actually, I'm gonna loop back while I go through my topics just to reinforce that that is Topanga Division LAPD. Higher rate across from the police station. I didn't point the camera at the police. Actually, we'll go this way because we're on Roscoe here. This will be interesting, okay? Because it's extremely aggressive on Roscoe too, okay? And worldwide. So this is worldwide. But it's not about anything but curing mental illness by torturing and killing, but they're not trying to kill. Okay, they're just trying to put someone in a state of horrific pain until... shit. Cool Mustang. I like that car. I like the car. Oh, that's a chick. Okay, so, okay, so we're going down Roscoe here. 2 whites over here. Usually the street's really bad. It's kind of cleared out, though. 3 white groupings here. I also want to note the Hollywood car rental place here. The we're just fucking with you minute by minute since 5 years old. We'll never ever stop. World of paranoia, and your kind doesn't ever leave his house. But it's just a joke. Hollywood motorcycle trucks. Hollywood Motors secondhand police cars for sale. And unfortunately, this street, the numbers are down because it's clear. I don't know if they're street cleaning or what. It's Friday though. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Okay, so where were we on this list here? Where were we on the? We're not doing anything wrong because you have an opinion about what we are doing. Remember that this starts. I didn't say one thing for a good 10-year period. Okay, that's. There was no website, there was no cards. Okay. But I was documenting it. Okay. Okay, so I think I was on the he's crazy, you're a tweaker, the humiliation terror tactic to try to silence you. Okay, methods of torturing and killing. Methods of torturing and killing. I found a really good link here. My first link I pressed on, actually, which is kind of a little disturbing. I'm going to have to pull this aside for this link, though. But right before I do, I put a few notes before I found the link. So I'll just, this was off the top of my head. But, okay, so I'm going to hang a left here. We are coming back around to Topanga Division, Schoenborn Street. Okay, we have our 2 Cherokees there. We have our 2 whites here. We have our white Wrangler with a white Cherokee up here. Okay, more importantly, I wanted to sort, the 2 whites here. Okay, here is the Da Vinci Code building. I call it the Da Vinci Code Topanga Division building here. Okay, 2 whites here. 2 white Jeep Cherokee and a Wrangler or whatever here. We have 3 whites here. This is the Topanga Division police station. The mental illness numbers are up. However, they're right in front of the police station and they dwindle a little. Here's the exit where the police cars come out of the police station there. And so I call it the Da Vinci Code building because it looks like the Louvre. Okay, so anyways, and then the numbers ironically dwindle here, but usually it's really bad everywhere and here. Okay, so, and then 2 reds here. And then, okay, where were my notes? So I put on my notes, water drip torture, Chinese water drip torture. Dink, 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 dink. We set you under a little thing of dripping water for like years, and just little drops of water. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Now why? Why spend days, months, years with little water drips, little Chinese water drips. Boop, boop, boop. Because if a water drops on you, if a drop of water falls on you, is it harmful to you? Or is it who fucking cares, right? Because if water, it rains on us every day. Nobody cares. I mean, I walk around, I frolic in the rain, I love it, right? But if I'm tied down to a chair, if I'm tied down to a table, and someone has a little thing dripping water right here, the Chinese water drip torture, drip, 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 and you're there for months or years, drip, what's going to happen? Is water harmless in that context? In that context, is water harmless? Is water drips harmless? Or is there a reason why someone would do that to someone, and what would the effects be? Okay, well, it'll kill you. Okay, eventually your skin and your muscle and your I don't know what's called cranium or whatever, your skull plate, whatever the fuck it's called here, forehead skull, I don't fucking know, will get softer and softer, and it will go through and into your brain, and it'll kill you, correct? So, is water harmless or isn't water harmless? In a black and white world, water is not harmless, correct? Unless there's a tsunami. And that's in a gray world. Or unless it's a water drip torture. Drip, 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 drip. Well, you know, as long as it takes, right? If it's one day, if it's 1 month, if it's 47 years, from 5 years old to 52, like it's been going on to me, drip, 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 drip. Okay, right? So the water drips, Chinese water drip torture. Okay, so where else are we at here on the things people do that aren't harmful or for not to hurt anyone or kill them? Glass rod in the penis. Okay, glass rod. Okay, shoving a glass rod in your penis hole. What is it called? Is that the urethra or whatever? Okay, shoving a glass rod, giving you a hard-on, and shoving a glass rod down your urethra, and then shattering it, okay? Smacking your fucking penis with a hammer so that little glass shards are in your urethra. In your urethra. Are people doing that? Let me rephrase that. If someone's doing that to someone, why is he doing it? Is he doing it to kill him? Or better yet, is he doing it to hurt, harm, maim, or do horrific things to people, and maybe he wants him breathing? Maybe he wants him alive and screaming in pain. But is he doing it to help the person? In the world of glass shards in your urethra. Okay, world of glass shards. Hey, your kind is not allowed to go to coffee shops. We're gonna shove a glass fucking rod in your fucking urethra and fucking shatter it. Okay, your kind is not allowed to date women. We're gonna shove a fucking glass rod in your urethra and shatter it and fucking... Because why? Because what's the reason? Well, it's not about killing. So it's okay! It's all okay, right? Hey, you know what? I can't see the glass. I can't see the glass. You look fine to me. So you're crazy. Right? Like the police officer in San Diego in 2004. Remember, I have like hundreds of police stations audio recorded. But in like 2004, well, if people are allowed to kill you if they don't touch you, so people are allowed to shove glass rods in your urethra and shatter it and shove and scatter glass in your fucking urethra out of fucking hate to torture you to death or just torture you, and they haven't done anything wrong because you can't see the fucking glass? All right, you got my point? All right, so waterboarding, I just put waterboarding. Okay, but let me look up this link. Okay, I'm gonna read. I gotta pull the side. I have to pull the side of the road for this fucking one. Okay, so let me pull the side for this one. That's me burping. That is a you're out of control monster crime right there, and you're laughing, probably going, you're an out of control monster crime right there because I burped, and that's inappropriate behavior crime. So that will literally create these worldwide murder operations. Or no, sorry, because we haven't established yet that they're trying to kill me. These worldwide, I'm trying to cure mental illness. I'm trying to cure mental illness because you just burped, which is an inappropriate behavior. So, hey, isn't the burp over? Wasn't the burp like a minute ago? But yet, why isn't this stopping? Okay, why? I burped like a minute ago. Why isn't this stopping? It's kind of like someone leaving glass shards stuck in your urethra because you dated a girl that Ronald Barry Perelman didn't approve of, right? Okay, I burped over a minute. It's been like 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes. Why isn't it stopping for my inappropriate behavior of burping? I don't understand. But you're what? You're not trying to kill me? So why won't you stop? Why won't you stop? You're not. I burped like 3 minutes ago. Why won't you stop? You said 3 minutes ago that was an inappropriate behavior, but you haven't stopped. You haven't stopped. Wait, it's been 47 years. It's been 47 years. What's going on? Why won't you stop? Because it's about mental illness? It's about mental illness. So that's why you won't stop, because you're trying to cure me because 47 years ago I burped? Okay, you get it? But you're still breathing, so it's okay. You're still breathing, so we're allowed to do it. Says LAPD or the police worldwide or NSA or FBI or every judicial entity or every more importantly, every psychological entity, every therapist, every person in the psychology community. Does that look like psychology to you? Or does that look like people that need to be locked away no matter who they fucking are? Okay. Okay, so let's pull up this link here. I'm surprised this came right up. Why aren't you opening though? Okay, we'll copy then. Let me get out. What did I pull? Here we go. Lists of methods of torture. This is just... Now, before I start reading here on lists of methods, I'm going to post this link on this YouTube and also do screenshots for the edit. List of methods of torture. Now, obviously, we should have a disclaimer here that when I read this list of methods of torture, these are not criminal activities according to LAPD and the judicial and the these worldwide groups hunting me since 5 and my family. These are not methods of hurting anyone in any way, and they're perfectly socially acceptable if someone yawns wrong or leaves a candy wrapper on the ground when they're 10 years old. Because if you're 10 years old and you left a candy wrapper on the ground, that's litter. That's litter. 40 years ago you littered. 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 Until what? Until what? Until what? Why? 40 years ago you littered. 40 years ago you littered. 40 years ago. Why? What's their reasoning? Because who fucking cares if some 10-year-old left a fucking candy wrapper on a bench or something, right? Okay. You got to be punished. You got to pay for what you did. Okay. And so, list of methods of torture. This must not be illegal then, right? According to LAPD, and their refusal to admit this is going on with worldwide police organizations and every other agency out there and psychology community worldwide, say that nothing wrong is going on because I'm still breathing. And maybe they'll decide after I'm dead, well, they cover it up. Oh, well, you know, the guy was just suicidal. The guy was just crazy. He just couldn't, he just offed himself. You know, well, there's no investigation. Okay, so we have psychological torture, we have physical torture methods, instruments of torture, medieval and early modern instruments of torture. But wait, hold on. It has been stated to me by a police officer in San Diego division with worldwide police networks that if people are allowed to kill you, and I believe audio recorded too, if people are allowed to kill you if they do not touch you, quote unquote, with me showing them video and photos of mass stalking groups in San Diego, proving a point all across the US in about 2016. Which they didn't want coming into the courtroom saying that prosecutor Karine T. Phillips lied, saying I didn't call the cops for Bailey Bernard and things like this to try to execute me for saying, can someone stop these people from trying to torture and kill me? Okay, we have physical torture and psychological torture, but according to San Diego Police Department, you're allowed psychological, let me ad-lib. You are allowed to go through this, you're allowed to do these things because it's not illegal according to San Diego Police Department with their worldwide police groups hunting me since 5 years old in the psychology community. Okay, psychological torture methods. Making sure I'm still recording here. Blackmail. Okay, blackmail. Chinese water torture, we just went through that. Humiliation. Interrogation. Music torture. Okay, the people walking by me humming over and over all day. Person after person. That's an older tactic, but people were told to walk by and hum as they walk by me, and then park sonatas in front of the gate where I walk out in groups. Okay, so walk by and hum, walk by and hum, walk by and hum, stranger after stranger, worldwide. Okay, walk by and hum. Then the idea of reference tactics, maybe 2 sonatas in front of the gate where I walk out, then maybe those 2 sonatas, the 2 green sonatas switch with 2 black sonatas, and the 2 black sonatas switch with 2 red sonatas. Okay, so 2 sonatas, 2 sonatas, 2 sonatas. People walk by, hum. People walk by, hum. People walk by, hum. People walk by, hum. Okay, according to LAPD, that is not illegal. It's obviously beyond illegal. It says music torture. Forced, I don't know what forced nudity is. I don't know how that's under psychological. Seclusion. Pharmacological torture. That's like, what, like medication? Let's see. Use of psychotropic drugs or other drugs to punish. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Dr. Natalie Craw. Pharmacological torture. I think that this is a little more different, but my life was threatened by Dr. Natalie Craw, if I don't take medication, I'll destroy my life, meaning that you do what we fucking tell you. I did try that for a while just to see if their lame ass shit would change anything. Obviously, it's common sense it wouldn't, and it didn't. Okay, so for pharmacological is the use of psychotropic or other drugs to punish or extract information. However, the punishment for me is that you suffer from things that you don't suffer from, and so we're punishing you, right? Because Kevin, you don't fucking talk. Okay, you don't talk. Okay, Kevin, we don't want people knowing the truth. So pharmacological torture, almost like brainwashing, right? Well, there's too much information in your brain, Kevin, so you don't fucking talk. And if you persist to tell people about your life in any harmless method, no matter what, like if you're sitting down eating food with someone, I said, Kevin, I want to know about you and your life, that would be the pharmacological method of torture, correct? To punish, use the psychology community and medication to punish. Like the Spanish Inquisition, okay? You need to have this belief system or we're going to torture you and kill you. Well, but you're full of shit, okay? You did this, you destroyed my life, you're full of shit. Well, Kevin, you don't fucking talk, or we use pharmacological torture, okay? Let's see, this is good. Exploitation of phobias, example, mock execution. I don't exactly know what mock execution is, but exploitation, lack of eyebrow hairs, we're going to dramatize it, make it the end of the fucking world. We're all in danger of Kevin. He's like the Hulk, he's the bad seed. Everyone worldwide hunt him and kill him or lock him away. Okay, but when he's locked away, but when he's in that jail cell, kill him. Let me go deeper. Mock execution. A mock execution is a stratagem in which a victim is deliberately but falsely made to feel that their execution or that of another person is imminent or is taking place. This might involve blindfolding the subjects, telling them they are about to die, making them recount last wishes, making them dig their own grave. Okay, coerced false confessions. How many of my videos talk about these coerced false confessions? I had better confess or they're not going to stop hunting me. Okay, if they don't get the answer they want, right? Oh, new battery. Okay, these are hitting the nail right in the fucking head. These, according to LAPD, these are not this worldwide conspiracies doing these things minute by minute since 5 years old, switching and changing, they're not doing anything wrong. Okay, there's no crime here. Nothing needs to be investigated. No one needs to be told to stop. Okay, what else we have here? We're recording? Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Pharmacological exploitation of phobias. Okay, so we want our coerced false confessions, correct? The mock execution, we want our coerced false confessions. Leaving arachnophobes in a room full of spiders, whatever. Okay, arachnophobes in a room full of spiders. Okay, that's sort of an example of it. Sensory deprivation. Isolation. Sensory deprivation or perceptual isolation is a deliberate reduction or removal of stimuli from one or more of these senses. Simple devices such as blindfolds, hoods, earmuffs can cut off sight, hearing, taste, deprivation medicines. Short-term sessions of sensory deprivation are described as relaxing and conductive meditation. However, extended periods of time or forced sensory deprivation can result in extreme anxiety, hallucinations, bizarre thoughts, and depression. Okay, I've been isolated for 23 years since World of Paranoia, and we have a planet of fucking sick child rapists trying to fucking hunt and kill me with LAPD, police, and worldwide groups, the government, psychology community. Okay. Every verbal interaction or mental illness tactics from worldwide groups. 23 years of isolation. This is talking about short. This is talking like 1 week. Okay, this is talking about like 1 week of time. Okay, short-term extrasensory hallucinations, depression. A related phenomenon is perceptual deprivation, also called Gansfield effect. In this case, a constant uniform stimulus is used instead of attempting to remove the stimuli. Whatever. Okay, let's go on. Sensory overload. Sensory overload. Hey, these are all great. All these apply. Okay? Occurs when one or more of the body's senses experience overstimulation from the environment. Okay? 2 Camrys, 2 red cars, 2 Jeep Cherokees, 2 more Jeep Cherokees, 2 white cars, 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 2 white cars. Hi, how are you? Good, good. Hi, how are you? Good, good. Hi, how are you? Good, good. The man tactic? Man. The how's it going tactic? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Well, Kevin, people say how's it going. Yes, they do, but not in sequence. From stranger to stranger. Alrighty. After I do Jim Carrey jokes on my social networks. Okay, isn't that here sensory overload? Sensory overload. A type of mental psychological torture to torture and kill someone. Or better yet, in this excerpt, we're not allowed to talk about the end result. Okay, but what is the end result? What is Kevin Perelman getting out of sensory deprivation torture, sensory overload torture, pharmacological torture, seclusion torture, music torture, humiliation torture? They haven't done the Chinese water torture yet. Sleep deprivation? That one's in and of itself. Do you think that a plan of people torturing you to death like this is going to give you good or bad sleep patterns? Solitary confinement. Well, the first thing they did in 2017 was throw me in solitary confinement in jail. Isn't that interesting? So isolation, everything's still back to isolation, whether it's out here, in there, inside jail cells, isolation, and okay, so isolation, 23 years, you're not allowed to have friends, you're not allowed to talk to anyone, you're not allowed to, okay, threat of severe disfigurement. I don't know if that's a torture or a threat, but tickle torture. Technically, if you're being tickled to death every day of your life for 47 years, yes, it's harmful. Otherwise, a tickle torture is a flirty thing. So tickle torture. Waterboarding. I already said that. White room torture. I've never heard of that. Often referred to as white room torture, is a type of psychological torture technique aimed at complete sensory deprivation and isolation. A prisoner is held in a cell that deprives them of all senses and identity. I'm assuming the room is white. It's particularly used in Iran. However, there is also evidence of it used in Venezuelan and United States intelligence services. United States intelligence services. But wait, we live in the best country in the world, right? They tell me it on the news every day that we, especially with Fox News working on me with Greg Gutfeld back in 2010 or 12 or whatever, with Tom Farley, and Fox News hunting me and stalking me. We live in the best country in the world, right? Because that's what the news tells me every day. And that's what Jennifer Pilchick tells you too. Okay, while she's hunting her brother-in-law for the things in his brain, correct? Okay. About what Jason was involved in. Okay. With his road rage shit that the world has told is me, correct? That's why they're doing this. Okay, that's one of the reasons. Okay, that's not the why, but that's one of the... But we live in the best country in the world. It could never happen here. We're all safe. Okay, Okay, so that was psychological torture category. Shit, this might be my last charged battery, so let's head home. Which I gotta do anyways. Okay, physical torture. Acid attack. I think that's probably self-explanatory here. Acid throwing vitriol, a form of violent assault involving the act of throwing acid. Well, that's common sense. Bamboo torture. Bamboo. I think that's bamboo under the fingernails. These are all methods of flirting here. This is methods of flirting and people having good relationships, because it's not to harm anyone, right? It's not to harm anyone. That's why people are paid off to take me to strip clubs and then try to plant drugs in my house with LAPD, because it's all about relationships. Okay. Bamboo torture. I think this is bamboo under the fingernails, but let's see. Where bamboo shoots grow through the body of a victim. Grow through the body. This is reportedly used in East and South Asian countries such as China, India, especially Japan, but claims of its usage lack reliable evidence. I don't exactly understand what they mean with the bamboo shoots. Like, do they make you eat it, or bamboo is a well-known punishment. Bamboo torture, I don't know. 19th century, when Siamese, I don't know. I don't know. That's going to take some research there. That's the bamboo. There's also bamboo under the fingernails, right? Bastinado. What's that? Foot whipping. Well, that's probably more of an S&M thing there. Foot whipping. Birching. Birching is a form of corporal punishment with a birch rod. So I think that's whipping with a birch rod. Blinding. Blinding with light. Physical torture, which results in nearly complete loss of vision. It was used as an act of revenge and torture. The punishment has been used, I think it's just, blinding you with a light. But for how long, right? Which reflects human, whatever. I don't know if that's permanent blinding or, blood eagle. Used, disputed. Blood eagle. Blood eagle was a method of ritual execution as detailed late Celtic poetry. According to the two instances mentioned in the Christian sages, victims in both cases, royal families, were placed in a prone position with their ribs severed from their spine with a sharp tool and their lungs pulled through the opening. So the lungs, I think their rib cage spread and the lungs pulled out to create a pair of wings. Oh, that's okay. So as this battery is dying, I think that's my last charged battery. That's not a crime according to LAPD. Well, no, they said if it's not physical, so it has to be physical as their lie. So that would be considered, hey, maybe we might just investigate that one. Okay, so I'm going to, turn off my blinkers, what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna charge some more batteries because we still got a lot more of these. Okay, well, maybe I'll just, let's just go to the list here. I don't think I have enough battery for that, but okay. Boiling, bone breaking, branding. We all know what branding is. Burning, burying alive. That's kind of like what they're doing to me, right? Castration. Hey, that's my father doesn't want me dating anyone that he doesn't approve of. Castration, right? Cement shoes. I think that's for like drowning people. Chinese water torture, cigarette burns, coffin torture, combining crucifixion. Technically, I'm being crucified since Eric Christensen found out I bought a Lord's Gym t-shirt, and that's the end of the world. He befriends me with Sherry Christensen. Twos. Sherry Christian, Eric Christensen. I don't like your t-shirt you bought. We're gonna hunt you and kill you with the government. Crushing, cutting, dehydration, denailing, disembowelment, disfigurement, drowning, dryboarding, dunking, emasculation, enemas, eye gouging, finger hand removal. These are all according to the police and government, not crimes, because if they don't like you, it's not a crime. Okay. I can't believe this thing's still recording. Flatulation, filleting, foot roasting. I don't know what that's, probably like burning feet. Force feeding, forced circumcision, half hanging. I guess that's hanging, but not to kill. Hamstringing, hanging, drawing, immurement, jetliner position. I'm a keel hauling, kicking, kneecapping, mutilation, neck lacing, noise, oxygen deprivation, Palestinian chair. That one sounds like it'd be interesting to read. Pariah, pins and needles, pitch capping, piranha, pressure points, punching. Am I still recording here? I'd be surprised. I still am. Restraint, rape, rat torture, Republican marriage, what the fuck? Riding a rail, sawing, scalping, scaphism, sensory overload, sexual assault, shaba, shooting, sleep deprivation, slow slicing, smacking, slapping, sound, stabbing, starvation, stoning, strangling, strapato, stress positions, Swedish drink, sorry, box torture, Syrian box torture, hanging from the metal bar while tarring and feathering, tickle torture. Why is tickle torture? Tiger bench, toe foot removal, tooth extraction, waist chop, walling, water cure, waterboarding, welcome parade, torture. And then we go, am I still recording? Then we go into the medieval and early modern instrument of torture. Let me just do a quick loop around here. We're by the park that I've been told I'm not allowed at for 23 years for no reason at all. And I don't have enough battery, but I already see 2 whites and a lot more, I think. Okay, so see this space here? 2 whites and then a lot of space, so it's in an obvious method today. And then space 3s, space 2s. I did this the other day. This is a newer tactic. Space 2s. Space 2s. Space 2s. This started about 4 months ago. Space 2s. Space 2s. And then we have some more on the other side here as this battery's about to die. And we're at the park by my house where I'm told this dirty Jew is not allowed at for 23 years for no reason. Since 2001, world of paranoia in these torture operations to do what? To do what? Okay, what is the reason of the torture operations? Okay. Well, watch out for this lady. Okay, space 2's over here with the blue Prius. Space 2's over here in front. 2 whites. And this gets a little more normal here. And then we sort of have some space 3's, I believe, over here. Over here. Okay, right here, space 3's. You can see the space. And then we're heading home here. I'm gonna charge some batteries and try to finish this. Okay, I might be lucky enough to squeeze a few more drops of battery power out here as with this next battery here, because this looks really bad with the, okay, threes, space threes, no, space twos over here, see the two white cars, space twos and whites, and then threes, space threes, space threes, space twos, shit. Okay, there's a lot here. I'm just juggling batteries here before they're all dead. So let me just go handheld. Space twos. We're coming back by my house. Space twos. Space threes. Space twos. Kinda sorta space twos. Space twos. And this battery is not, I'm just jumping batteries here. So this is where my house is, that I'm also ruining everyone's life by coming home for no reason. And they're allowed to torture and kill me, but it's not about hurting me. It's not about hurting me in any way. Torturing and killing someone is not about hurting or in any way. Okay, so according to my oppressors. Okay, we're back on Mary Lee Street, which LAPD has a problem with the name Mary Lee. Okay, pairs of twos, space. Pairs of twos, pairs of twos. I think I already did some of these. I just want to reinforce two white cars there. Pairs of twos here. Pairs of threes here. Okay. This is a newer tactic that emerged about 4 months ago. Pairs of two whites here. And pair. What category of torture that is for you? This is for me to have a good life. Pairs of twos. We're just doing a little loop. Pairs of twos here. We already did these, pairs of twos there. Okay, see the space, pairs of twos. Okay, this is a newer tactic, pairs of twos and threes. Technically these murder operations I found out 23 years ago. Oh, but what they're not about killing, they're just about keeping someone in a state of pain till they keel over and have a healthy life, right? Okay, so pairs of twos, pairs of threes, we're doubling, we're doing this twice. Pairs of twos, pairs of twos, pairs of twos. See all the space, how the street magically clears out. It never looks like that. And then we're coming down, looking for a place to park by my house here, which I'm told I'm not allowed here or any other place worldwide. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you do. Two whites together right here. And I have thousands of videos like this, but you know, you can't edit them all. Two whites kind of trying to get close together there. We have two whites at the end of the cul-de-sac here. Then we'll have groups of black cars all backwards tonight here at the end of the cul-de-sac. There's one car backwards there. There's another one down there. It's really hard to see. I'm trying to do this before the battery dies. The numbers are a little down, or a lot down on the street. So pairs of twos there. This battery is not gonna go much longer. Okay. Pairs. White one in the pairs of twos is a big one. Okay. Okay. I'll note this blue across from that blue, which is a common type of tactic, and they're that bright blue. And then I'm going to know two Hondas here, which are and now we're back to this area backwards. So gray here backwards and gray down there backwards. And then we have the groups of blacks that park backwards towards the end here, because if I sit on my porch, they want me to see this black 350Z down there. They want me to see that from my porch. So I do them in pairs of twos and blacks. Okay, so this is a method of torture. Oh, and two pickups right here. So remember my mother stating in 23 years ago, you have a problem too. using twos and literals. So 2 pickups there. I know for a fact MB Hertz there in the 2 blues is he lives here, that's not a work truck. So, and then we're gonna have more things down this way. Okay, so let's loosen that. Okay, so let's I had to charge some batteries here, and I think I'm towards the end of these topics, but let's just make sure. So I went through the torture, the psychological. So I went through the psychological. So I went through the torture. Okay, I'm gonna post that link, and I'm going to post the psychological torture, the physical torture. The word here is torture, okay, like sleep deprivation and what was it, the white room, like lock you. Okay, now what is that? What are a lot of those torture things to do? To torture you into a confession. Okay, right? We want to torture you into a confession. Now, you know, the people do things for different reasons. However, in my case, there's a planet. My case is very complex because my entire life for 47 years, worldwide groups have been told every lie known to man about me, and I say, look, you've been lied to, and they say, you don't talk, we fucking, for this dialogue, let's not say kill, you don't talk or we torture you. Torture you to coerce false confessions. Let's say coerced. We're gonna torture you into coerced false confessions. Well, I mean, you do the math. No matter what you do, you're talking about extermination or eradication, okay? Well, okay, so I'm gonna give you a false confession. 2001, LAPD tried to plant a trash bag full of marijuana in my house to try to make me look like a drug dealer. So, hey, I'm a drug dealer and I'm a horrible person and I have sold crystal meth and crack to children and I need to be locked away. Okay, there's sort of a fictional coerced false confession, right? But why are they doing it? So that I can have a good life? Okay, so what is the reason torture is illegal? Does it say in the Constitution of the United States of America that we are allowed to torture people into confessions? Or does it say we have a judicial system to keep people safe and protect people, protect the innocent, and make sure that whoever it is gets a fair trial and the punishment must meet the crime? Not we're allowed to torture and kill you because I feel that, or better yet, if you stole a 1-cent Jolly Rancher, we have the right to launch worldwide campaigns to mentally bludgeon your skull in, because that's the punishment for stealing a 1-cent Jolly Rancher at 5 years old, even though I didn't steal a 1-cent Jolly Rancher, but let's say I did, because I'm not going to say I'm a perfect person. I'm not. I'm a human being, and I do make mistakes, but I haven't ever made a mistake of detrimental proportions where people are dying or getting hurt or... Okay, but I am a human being. I am a human being. And that... Hey, Kevin, what do you stand for? I stand for being a human being, okay? Not a I don't want to say judicial, but a government system that... Like the movie 1984, okay? Like the movie where Big Brother's watching you. Big Brother's watching you, and you know, you showed the emotion crime, and you liked a girl, and now we have to torture you and kill you or torture you to death because you broke the rules. And okay, whatever it means that the Jewish people aren't allowed to kiss black girls when they're 8 years old. However you want to. So Kevin, what do you represent? I represent a good, decent human being, okay? One that is not perfect, one that has humor, likes to tell jokes. Maybe someone might get offended, even though most of my jokes are pretty slapstick or goofy. They're not mean or anything, like my Star Wars jokes or whatever. Okay, so Kevin, what do you stand for? Okay, and what else do I stand for? I stand for people like Larry Flint. Okay, Larry Flint, okay, who was the owner I think I don't know if he's still alive or not. He probably isn't. But the owner of Hustler magazine, who stood up against the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Okay, First Amendment. Is Larry Flynt a criminal? And no, he's not a criminal. I mean, he sort of is in the sleaze world, but he's not a criminal. Okay, he's representing things that maybe some people don't understand, but normally they're not killing over. Okay, however, I guess he did get shot at a courthouse. Okay, but you're gonna say, Kevin, who are you? Well, I'm not a politician. I couldn't give a fuck all about politics, but I do support that people come from different walks of life and from different cultures, and that people need to learn. Getting a little allergy. People need to learn to accept one another, even if they don't understand that person. Or maybe it's a little lack of eyebrow hairs. Example: Can someone vote for Biden who is a Trump supporter? So can someone who is a Trump supporter be friends with someone that is a Biden supporter? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's to stop them? Why would someone be that petty that they would hate and shun and belittle or try to torture and kill someone for a different belief system? Okay, so what's my point? My point is that, Kevin, what do you represent? I represent that everyone should get along together. This is totally off topic. And be in peace. I never had cat allergies, but I think I got them today. Okay, should be in peace. Everyone should be peaceful and amicable to each other, no matter what different race, culture, belief system, and people should go out and do whatever the fuck they want, provided it doesn't hurt anyone, correct? Okay, so this is a total side topic, but okay, so back to, how did I even get to that topic? So, torture. We want our coerced false confession. Why? Okay, Kevin, you know what you did. You need to confess. I can't confess. I don't know what any of this is about. It doesn't come close to making sense. And if I give the coerced false confessions, is it going to be better or worse? It's going to be worse, right? See, I told you so. See, we told you Okay, so that's a cover-up. I'm going to force you. But if someone has to spend... Oh, no. I lost my little... Shit. If someone has to spend... Come on. I need a prop. This is not going to work. If someone has... Oh, here. Okay, if someone has to spend every 47 years, minute by minute... You need to tell me what I want you to tell me. I won't stop until you give me my coerced false confession. Okay, is that an act of physical harm? Whether it's 1,000 people per day walking by and whistling, or car tactics, or calling someone buddy and whistling at them at every auto shop in the world, destroying all their cars until they're trying to rile you up more and 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 more. Okay, right? Is that an act of violence? Yes, it is an act of violence, okay? It's an act of violence, and there are repercussions to your health, okay? So, in order... See, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just trying to torture you for 47 years, minute by minute, with 1 billion attacks per day until I get the answer I want. Okay, so we have this 5-year-old. We have Dr. Ramifications Perelman, who starts a worldwide shitstorm. How? I don't know. What it's about, I don't know. You need to tell me. You need to tell me. You need... Whistle, whistle, whistle. Buddy, buddy, buddy. Arrest, arrest, arrest. What's going on? You don't talk, we kill you. You better accept what's going on. You better accept what's going on. You tell us what we want you to tell us. You tell us what we want you to tell us. If you don't tell us, we're going to not stop. 47, 52 years have gone by. Minute by minute, I find out at 29, wordle of paranoia, you're a dead man. I am not trying to kill you. But if you don't tell me what I want, it's gonna get a lot worse for you. Well, is the act of bashing someone's skull in for whatever reason an act of violence, an act of aggression, an act, whether in their brain they don't want to hurt you, they just want the answer. I don't want to hurt you. I just want the answer I want, and I'm not going to stop until I get it. Well, what happens to that person? Whether this person here thinks that he's not doing anything wrong, what happens to the victim? He keels over and dies from brain hemorrhaging, correct? Now, that's why torture is illegal. That's why the government of the United States of America is not allowed to torture prisoners, or police are not allowed to torture suspects into confessions, because it's an act of violence to get what you want. And there's going to be probably a breaking point for the victim where he's just going to confess because he wants the mental blows, whatever, whether they're mental or physical, he wants the blows to stop because he wants the pain to stop. Now, once again, what does pain do? The body... Okay, we have a, I'm not a doctor here, so, and I'm not really very good with anatomy, but we have pain receptors. And what do pain receptors do? They tell us when something is wrong. And those pain receptors don't just work from physical things. They work from all sorts of levels of things, okay? You're walking into a bar and you notice some guy behind you is picking up a heavy object really fast and maybe to the corner of your eye, and you turn around and go, something going on. Okay, that's a pain receptor or an emotional response to something that is out of the norm, correct? Okay, it's an emotional response, whether you want to say, you know what, you're paranoid. Well, maybe the guy's paranoid, maybe he has a good reason to turn around. Maybe he's been to that bar before, maybe he knows the people, maybe he... Okay, so all these things are actually good things. Okay, pain receptors are good things. Being aware of your surroundings are good things. Knowing if someone's going to come up behind you and bash your skull with a lead pipe is a good thing. However, it's extremely rare, but it's a good thing to be able to be aware of things. Okay, so we have pain receptors and we have emotional responses to shady people or people of strange behaviors from people that are like, hey, let's go to, like Rody Morales, hey, let's go to strip clubs. Hey, you want this trash bag of marijuana in your house? Okay, and you're starting to go, something's not right. Something seems off. Why does this guy want me to have a trash bag of marijuana in my house with LAPD, right? I didn't know that at the time. But why does my gym manager take me to strip clubs, number 4, and why does he want a trash bag in my house? So these are good things, not bad things, good things to realize something's not right with this fucker. Okay, they're good things. LAPD calls it paranoia and they call it mental illness. Because I didn't let them plant drugs in my house to try to make me look like a drug dealer, and they spent 15 years after trying to make me look like a drug dealer. 15 years with their little civilian army. Okay, the little civilian torture army. Okay, guys pretending to be drug dealers at coffee shops, wannabe cheese dick marijuana drug dealers following me to car social groups, trying to befriend me or pretend he's Al Capone or, okay, all sorts of shit. Okay, so, but let's stay on topic here. Okay, if you keep doing something to increase the pain receptor, the body doesn't like it, correct? Whether whether someone's trying to hacksaw off your arm or something, or if that's physical, or someone, or 100 people per day, every day of your life for 23 years walks by and whistles, what is that doing to your pain receptors? Okay, if someone starts trying to hacksaw your arms off, your pain receptors are going to go through the roof until you pass out, correct? Now that's a sign. That's a sign that something's not right with your body, because someone is doing something to you that's going to cause detrimental harm, correct? Okay, now, what do you think happens? The same pain, there's different types of pain, okay? You could use the hacksaw, the arm analogy, or we can talk about emotional pain, okay? A more covert method, I read off that list, okay? The white room, that was a good sleep deprivation, social isolation, white room, you're in a white room of isolation for month after month, going crazy, okay? What do you think your fucking pain receptors, you're not being touched, okay? Remember that San Diego Police Department with these worldwide police officers say that people are allowed to kill you if they don't touch you, okay? Well, we don't want to kill you, we just want to lock you in the white room for 47 years where you're going crazy, going, okay, right? Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Or we can put you in a jail cell with other people. The police, whistle, whistle, whistle. The other cellmates, hey man, hey man, hey man. I don't know you, hey man. What's this about? I don't know you. What's this about? I don't know you. And now tempers are starting to flare, right? Because you're getting pissed. You're going, these people keep provoking me, but they say they don't know me, and they say I'm imagining it. Why? What's the reason? Well, it's not to kill you. So then it's to keep me alive and keep me in severe pain? Is that because Darren Moselle wrote a book, supposedly, called Jason's Pain, where by the way, what is this book of Darren Moselle's, Jason's Pain? I would love, now that I know that the guy, the brother that had everything in life, the bullying brother that had everything in life, Darren Moselle is writing books called Jason's Pain. Is this like a cover-up book or something? That oh, poor Jason, he didn't get away with killing people and his life is ruined. I mean, what is this book of Darren Moselle's, Jason's Pain? It sounds like a fucking fictional piece of fraud shit, right? Okay, so some kind of cover-up operation, right? Like they wrote the book to cover up Jason's bullshit. Okay, I can't tell you. I've never actually read the book, Jason's Pain. And I don't think he ever sold it or anything. I think the whole thing's a fucking scam. But Jason, they're probably making up bullshit that I ruined Jason's life and I'm a horrible person. I can't tell you. Okay. So, without saying conspiracy to commit murder, which is what it is, well, I didn't want to kill the guy. He just keeled over and died because we wouldn't stop. Or he blew his brains out. Oh, you can't talk like that. Now we want to lock you in a mental facility. Okay, but wait a minute. No matter what the road you take verbally, it all leads to the same destruction, correct? You want your life to go to shit this way, or you want your life to go to shit that way? Okay? Think about that. What's going on is designed to exterminate, eradicate, kill, all the above. Wipe someone off the planet, no matter what it fucking takes, and not just in a cage, but, heaven or hell. Your only real two choices, right? Okay, so, or you could fly to a different planet, I guess. You could, should I go to Jupiter? Because Jupiter ascends. Okay, So, fuck, batteries. Okay, so is it fair to say that no matter what the reasoning behind the torture, it's beyond any level sick, demented, and illegal, correct? Okay, have you ever heard someone on the news saying torture is great? Or anyone on any level? Okay, nobody's ever said that, right? They said it's illegal. Okay, it's illegal to torture people. Okay, social isolation. What was that one? The mock, whatever. Okay, so, right? So does it matter if it doesn't matter. Okay, so the papers that Mike Huntley, 2001, World of Paranoia, and dropping papers on my desk in South Korea, how to make people mentally ill to control them. It's really kill. In a literal sense, is like the water, Chinese water drip torture, okay? And Sean Dinsey, how do we force people into mental facilities? Well, he's not doing it because he wants me to have a good life. Because I've never heard of someone trying to torture and kill someone into having a good life. Or better yet, you need to be in a mental facility so we can make you healthy. You need to be in a mental facility so we can make you healthy. You need to be in a mental facility so we can make you healthy. You need to be in a mental facility so we can make you healthy. You need to be in a mental facility so we can make you healthy. You need to be in a mental facility so we can make you healthy. What was Jason Perelman and friends' death threats at 1988? Me and my friends are going to put you in a mental institution, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you just let me go out and live my fucking life? Okay, right? You honestly believe that this obsession, you need to be in a mental institution, you need to be in a mental institution, you need to be in a you believe that obsession is going to help someone be healthy, and the person they're working on. Okay, what are some of the things Jason Perelman and friends in my family are mad at? Okay, when I was 14, Jason Perelman's runs, okay, his getting people to chase him, his sexy BMW shit with his Persian and Armenian friends or whatever in Calabasas High, what was that really about? Okay, that the world's soul was me. Okay, I'm 14, and I buy a weight bench, and I start going jogging and running, and they get mad. And I buy Arnold Schwarzenegger books and other weightlifter books, and I start getting buff and ripped, and I'm 14 to 16 or 17. And the anger of my family with Jason and friends is that how dare you go out and be healthy and you're crazy. Just like when Mike Huntley wanted to sign up to the gym at 27 or whatever I was, okay? So, the world's gym by my house. And he sort of, history repeats itself because they're Jason's friends, right? Mike Huntley was originally Jason's friend. So, because you're working out and being healthy, we want to rid you of the world. Okay. Well, now we can do the math. We have a planet trying to throw rocks at someone's head minute by minute, mental rocks, mentally bludgeon his skull in with things said about control, or it's your behavior, and nothing makes any sense, does it? How many people behave running around saying it's your behavior, we have the right to torture you and kill you? Oh, but we don't know if it's about killing, right? Just torture you. We have the right to torture you. But what's the reason? What's the reason one human being tortures another? I can't think of any. Okay, I can think of torturing people for confessions or to kill them. Right? Is there another one on the list here? Confession or kill? Or people that get their jollies killing. Like Jason Perelman and all his horror movies, right? Okay, so Is there another reason? Am I missing something? Well, it sure as shit ain't to marry women, okay? I'm gonna torture you into marrying me? I don't think so. Okay, so, right, we're gonna torture Kevin into marrying him? No. Okay, now, the next level of things is that it's worldwide. It's been going on nonstop since I was 5 years old. So, okay, 5-year-olds. So my father's gonna torture 5-year-olds. Just like you put shock collars on dogs. Okay, he's gonna torture. He's gonna try to make it look like I conform to media. And do you really think that that's about control? That's maybe in a psychotic murderer's mind. It's about like David Berkowitz or Ted Bundy or whatever. Maybe Hannibal Lecter. Maybe that's what's going on in the stalker's mind. Why they're trying to torture someone to death, or better yet, torture them to get their jollies. Okay, right? I mean, I don't know. You could... was that part? Okay, yeah. So 3, I guess. Torture someone to get your jollies, but it's not a single entity torturing me since 5 years old. It's a planet with the government operations. It's a planet with government operations. Well, now it's not making sense, because if that guy over there is a psychotic murderer, so is that guy, and 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 so is my father, and so is that guy, and so is that guy, and so is LAPD, and so you can rule that one out, correct? You can rule that one out. So now we got, I want to off you to take your money, or I want to off you out of hate, but we're still on killing. Now the question here was, why do you, what was the question? You say conspiracy to commit murder. Why do you think it's about murder? Well, it's a conspiracy. So this guy in this orange Astro here, who if he sees me, he's going to call me man and work on me with mental illness tax and say, I don't know you. What motive does he have? Example, to steal my house. With that guy there and that guy there. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. So it's not about money. It's about hate. I hate you. I hate the 5-year-old. I'm gonna kill the 5-year-old. Oh, but we're not allowed. We're trying to this dialogue. We're trying to leave out the word kill, because torture to do what? There's a motive. There's a reasoning. There can't not be a reasoning. Okay. If it's a single entity hunting me since if it's a single entity stalking me since 5 years old, like starts from my father, then you can just say he's fucking nuts and crazy and a psychotic murderer and can't comprehend up, down, left, right from wrong, correct? But it's not a single entity. It's a worldwide entity, non-stop since 5 years old. Well, it's about control. There's no such thing. What are you controlling? I mean, other than your kind doesn't leave his cage or will shock you to death. But that's an act of hate, not an act of control. Okay, I want to torture you. I'm not doing it because I want to control you. Hey, you know what? I found out that a month ago Kevin kissed a black girl, so I'm gonna put the shock collar on him, and every day of his life, minute by minute, shock, 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 shock. Yeah, 10 years ago you kissed a black girl. Shock, 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 shock. 15 years ago you kissed a black girl. Shock, 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 shock. 20 years ago you kissed a black girl. Shock, shock. Well, is that control? Or is that just I want to pass your fucking skull in? Okay, right? I want to bash your skull in, but I don't want to kill you. I just want to turn you into a lump of catatonic, right? I don't want to kill you. I want to give you brain damage and make you catatonic. Okay, well, I guess if you're catatonic, you can't talk, and if you can't talk, because someone bashed your skull in with a lead pipe to make you catatonic, is that any different than killing someone? What's the difference? Well, you know, I can go through the law books and say, okay, well, we have first-degree murder versus life in prison for making someone catatonic. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the fucking difference? Okay, so, But guess what? You might actually end up killing the guy while trying to make him catatonic, right? Because these aren't surgical procedures to help you. Okay, so really now we're coming to you don't fucking talk, or I bash your skull in with a planet of people. Bash your skull in or kill. Bash your skull in versus kill. Is there really any difference here? Oh, well, you know, it's okay. It's okay because they're not hunting you to kill you. They just want to bash your skull in permanently so you never function again. Is there a difference? Does it fucking matter? Isn't the crime no matter what? That's why you're supposed to call the cops, and the cops are supposed to stop it, correct? But in my case, the cops are the ones behind it. Okay? At least the ones that, there's still ones involved. But Sean Dinsey and all of his predecessors down to when I was 5 or 10 years old. Okay? So in the name of control, what are they trying to control? I mean, it doesn't even, okay? Well, you know, you went out and you might make money, so I gotta bash your skull in, and you spoke to some women and you might date women, so I gotta bash your skull in, and you took a walk past 6 p.m., so and it's getting dark, I gotta bash your skull in. It's your behavior because you have something to say about me bashing your skull in, and okay, right? Do you see a problem with this? No, nobody sees a problem with it. That's where it's weird. That's where it's freaky. Okay, so the conspiracy to commit murder. But guess what? Kevin Perelman says, fuck you, I'm sick of your shit. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to live my life anyways, right? And guess what? They get angrier and angrier. They go ape shit, and we're on our next arrest, and how dare he buy a car? How dare he buy a Corvette 4 years ago, and we gotta kill him for what he did? And, oh, but we can't say kill. We gotta bash his skull in to almost death forever to make him catatonic for what he did, and he doesn't tell anyone about these ongoing minute-by-minute murder operations, right? Or sorry, skull bashings that aren't to hurt you. Skull bashings that aren't to hurt you. For buying a car. For going out and trying to do something positive. And that's all the last 4 years of my life have been, trying to do something positive while being hunted by a planet of child raping Jew killers. But we can't say kill in this excerpt because it's just about bashing someone's skull in until they're catatonic. So what's it about? Well, it's your behavior, so we're allowed to bash your skull in. What behavior? Making it to 29, sitting in an office, world of paranoia, you're a dead man, and I paid off people to take you to strip clubs? Does that even make sense? You didn't choose, you didn't go into medicine? Is that the behavior? I mean, I don't know. But that's why killing people is illegal. Okay, so anyways, I think I'm exhausted on this topic here. But the original topic was, Kevin, why is it a conspiracy to commit murder? Because the more I try to focus on living my life, the larger the worldwide. And why would anyone, for any reason, whether it's one person or a planet, in a worldwide conspiracy, which it is, unless they wanted to hurt, harm, maim, or kill someone, correct? Okay, I want to punish you because I don't approve of you buying a car, so I'm gonna fucking hurt you, correct? I'm gonna crack your fucking skull in. But I don't want to kill you. I just want to teach you to never buy a car. So Kevin buys another car. Wait. Kevin's starting to lose brain function. Because the act called assault and battery, or bashing someone's skull in the name of control, or if he thinks that little fluffy monkeys are gonna fly out of my head, or little roses, It doesn't matter what's going on in his brain. All that matters is he's picked up the fucking Jew Kill Club and bashes the 5-year-old Jew's skull in with a Planet Helping nonstop for 47 years. So, is this about control? For 47 years straight? Or is it about killing someone in the name of control because that person is such a psychotic murderer that they can't differentiate that it's basically the same fucking thing? You understand what I'm saying? But now, why is an entire planet helping to kill the 5-year-old Jew? And they're running around saying, we're gonna kill you and you don't talk or we kill you, or we're gonna control you by bashing your skull in and you don't talk or we bash your skull in until you're dead, but we're not gonna dead you because we're gonna send you to elsewhere, and it will be your own fault because you disobeyed us. You defied us and you terrorized, you defied us. You defied us, so you killed yourself. So even though that guy's doing this, it's my fault because I'm making... Kevin, you bought another car? You're making me bash your skull in until I have to kill you, but you're killing yourself, right? So that's the way a psychotic murderer, a control freak psychotic murderer sees, okay? That the victim is not doing anything to the guy. The guy's walking up, well, you're making me hunt you to kill you because you disobeyed me. Okay, and you're going, I don't understand. Who are you? What's your name? Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? Who are you? What's your name? Where do you come from? Are you from this planet? Okay, so I'm at my destination, and it's interesting because it's empty, but I'm gonna save some energy here.